Hello guys and welcome to a different kind of life. As you can see, my background is different. I traveled home because I took my leave from work and I just needed to rest. Like until I got here, I didn't think I needed rest, but I do. Thank God you guys can see my eyes because I've just been sleeping and just resting and doing everything possible to recharge. So today's live, like I said, is a little bit different from what I usually do because I usually recap what I've talked about the whole month, and I just felt like I want to bring you guys to this serene place. Like I'm in Bungoma, visiting my mom and also just resting. And I wanted to take time off to recharge, reset, and just get away from Nairobi, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm sitting in our family's gazebo. And I thought instead of another structured, I can't help but look outside session, the slides and the presentation and whatnot. I just said, let's catch up. A lot has happened in this half of the year. And for me, June has really been a very good month. We've had a lot of good conversations. If you've not watched, please go watch. I have talked about professional growth. I have talked about nutrition and mental health. I've talked about digital skills. I've added my twist to the mental health awareness month, which is June and is almost ending. So please also join us tomorrow on our platform, the Nutritionist Corner. We will be having a very good discussion about mental health, but the video will also be up on our YouTube channel. So please go subscribe and stay tuned. So I just want us to reflect, chat, and just answer some few questions that I feel are deep within me, or yeah. So I don't talk too much. Please subscribe if you've not. Let's keep on growing and being the best versions of ourselves. So I'll start with the first question, which is how has life been lately? I feel like for me, life lately has just been a full circle. I'm sorry if fluctuating. That's the downside of using natural light. I feel like I've just been pushing myself, especially the beginning of the year, working, content creation, my studies, and forcing everything to go the way I want it to go. And that taught me life does not always go the way you planned. But I told myself this year I don't want to have any setbacks. If I feel like there's a setback coming, I will go back and look at the coping mechanisms I have in place to help deal with that setback so that I don't dwell on it and beat myself up. So I feel like life for me lately has just been up and down, balancing act that is quite difficult. I can't say anything. For me, like I'm just rested and I feel so good. So I can say for me, life is good right now. For the second question, why did you decide to take leave? Of course, someone has to take leave from work. So for me, I felt tired. I was tired. At least these 2, 3 days I've rested just a teeny bit. So I'm hoping to rest some more because I noticed I used to just wake up, go to work, do what I'm supposed to do, create content for myself and the various pages I'm managing, edit, respond to messages, sleep, repeat every day, and I felt like it become sort of a routine. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with working hard. I'm not going to demystify that. You want to work hard. I'm a hard worker too. So I feel like I started taking my mental health for granted. And I feel like I'm demystifying rest. You don't need to rest because it's a reward. You need to rest because you need it. And I feel like for me, rest is part of taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, everything, spiritually. Let me just say that. So I decided to just come home, change of scenery. I wish I could take you around, but this is a live session, so I can't cut and edit. But just take my word for it. Follow me. I think on. I don't know if not follow, subscribe. I don't know if I'll do a mini vlog as I came because I was recording videos because I thought maybe I would, but I'm not sure. Yeah, because I'm not a vlogger, so vlogging is quite difficult. I remember I just vlogged one video when I went to that workshop, and from there on, I would say vlogging is not for me. So I feel like this place, it's a breath of fresh air, a slower pace. There's nothing wrong with that. I like I get to wake up in the morning and just breathe without constantly thinking what I'm supposed to do next. So question three, what has been I have to watch. Nimeambiwa nichunge vitu hapa, so I have to watch. So what has been your biggest highlights this year? The year is not over, so I can just say the biggest highlight of the first quarter of the year. I've had a few highlights. Like I got a hang of the job I'm currently doing. Um, I achieved most of my quarter one and quarter two goals, except one. I'll talk about that in another stage. But for me, is getting that recognition by Glow, and I won a nutritionist of dietitian of the year. I still can't believe I won, so I will not stop celebrating. And then immediately after that, I got another nomination from the Golden Voice East African Award, and I felt so good. But guys, I was worn out and beat down from championing for myself in the Glow. So this nomination, I didn't quite push it out because I felt like I was burnt out, and most of you who do will understand. So I'm very happy with the person who took the award. She deserved it. And I feel like it's not even about the award itself. Go watch that episode where I talked about my journey. I just feel like it reminded me the power of community. Like sometimes I post and think maybe my video is getting 1 views or 2 views. People are not watching. But when it came to championing and I won, I felt the power of community and seeing people vote, seeing people sharing my posters, seeing people sacrificing because it's money, resources, financial resources. It meant so much to me. Thank you so much. And it reminded me that the work I'm doing is reaching people and people are watching. So I feel quite happy. Yeah. So what has been my biggest challenge so far? Like I said, life lately, I feel like balancing. I have been struggling to balance. Like I think I have had a hang of it, and then I'm like, I don't have a hang of it. Let me just not push myself because sometimes I find myself doing too much, especially when it comes to content creation, because I'm a very creative person. An idea pops up, I want to work that idea through. Like when I'm walking and I see a plant or I see a fruit, ideas just pop up, and I'm like, you know what, I can create content around this fruit. This fruit, what are the nutritional benefits? And then I end up spiraling, I just feel like for me, balancing is becoming a full-time job because I can just admit I'm doing too much. There are days when I was extremely fatigued. And our age, when you push yourself too much, you know what happens. And there were days where inspiration ilikataa. Like I want to post content, but I don't know where to start. There are days when life just happens. You have those days where you don't do anything, you just want to lazy around. And I have learned that consistency isn't about being perfect. That is something I will tell you during this live. It's about showing up faithfully as you can and committing to what you had promised. Throughout my YouTube episodes, the structures that I've put in place, consistency, habits, and sustainability are some of the themes I explore because for me, being habitual is helping me show up on the days I do not want to show up, because I know on Monday this is what I'm supposed to post. Sometimes I create those content when I have inspiration, so I just schedule them, they go out. So for me, I told you guys to know yourself, know your energy threshold. During the morning hours, that's when you work best. Do it in the morning. In the afternoon, you just want to sleep and you want to do anything constructive and productive. Know your energy times. Work with the minimum viable action. Even if you post one post a day, and you meant to post 2 or 3, you've still done something. And these are things that you can do when you have low energy. Like for me, when I have low energy, all I do is just to go respond to messages, and I feel like that has been helping me overcome this challenge because I feel like it's a challenge that will always be there because when you work on several projects at the same time, one is bound to um, suffer, and sometimes it can be your own mental well-being. So question 5, which June episode is your favorite? I think all of them are my favorite, but I love the one I had a sit down with you guys telling you my journey to winning the 𝐻𝐿 Nutritionist Top Dietitian of the Year. Can't I just go live without you guys having background noises anyways? I have become so dark. I don't know if you guys can see me. The light, jua imewaka, but it's just fluctuating, so bear with me. I just hope you can hear my voice, yeah, and see my silhouettes. Yeah, so I feel like every episode has been good, but I enjoyed the sit down and just holding that trophy. But I feel like the food for thought one was also good. I hope you guys watched, or you're going to watch after watching this live, because it just shows how discipline and stress can coexist and you're not even sure. Um, Also, the digital skill one, doing your digital audit. Please, guys, watch that video. I know you guys see the slides in Ashtuka, but I give a lot during those episodes because the slides help me remember what I'm supposed to tell you guys. Because I have a lot of things in this head. So I feel like that's also something that also challenged me to do a digital audit, which I did, guys. So I feel happy. And then the mental health awareness episode. I told you guys June is men mental health awareness month. They're shedding light on the plea of men and their mental health status. So I feel like maybe I needed, because I'm a mental health advocate, I wanted my voice to also feature in the campaigns and the awareness and the education. So feel free, but remember tomorrow at the Nutritionist Corner, we still have another discussion with the men on the state of mental health. But it will also be up on our YouTube channel. So feel free to subscribe the Nutritionist Corner and stay tuned for that episode. So question 6, what has June taught me personally? People are always watching. I feel like that is what I leave you with. And sometimes growth is not loud. You don't see it coming, but it just happens. You find yourself when you look back, you're not the same person you were at the beginning of the year. And growth is very, very different. You taking a break without feeling guilty, that is growth. You want to do this project, but you end up changing your mind because you feel like it doesn't align with your values. That is growth. Learning to say no, enacting your boundaries, that is also growth. And I feel like most of you really need that. You don't have to do everything. And sometimes for me, when my energy doesn't really work with someone, you might reach out and my energy say no, because I feel like it doesn't really align with myself. Yeah. So I feel like I have become less interested in chasing perfection and more about looking at my sustainability. Like I told you, guys, sustainability is something that has really been very big in my life because I love sustainable things, like things I can sustain on my own, things I can sustain when I'm low energy, and things I can sustain in the long term because I've been working on not starting a project and leaving it midway, because I remember I told you guys in one of my Canva episodes, I have a folder with very many incomplete projects, especially when it comes to my nutrition career, meal plans, meal guides, everything. But I didn't have sustainable methods back then that I'm building right now, and I'm going back to those projects, and I'm working on until I'm done. So I feel like for me, sustainability is very, very important. So question 7, how do you protect your mental health? Resting, like admitting to myself I am self-aware, admitting to myself I am tired, I can't do this, I need to cry, I need to scream, I need to rest. That is self-awareness, and that is something that I will encourage you guys to have. um Getting enough rest, very, very important. Taking breaks, talking to people I trust. I have a very good support system. Spending time with family. I know these days as you grow older, life happens, you have your own family. So purpose to spend time with them. I've learned to speak up for myself and also to create balance. Like when I'm at work, I'm at work. When I'm at home, I am at home. I'm not at work. When I'm sitting time, really, I'm sorry guys, I'm sitting next to a goat. It's just outside now. When I want to do something, I do it. You know, When I'm doing my digital content creation, I set time aside to just do digital content. I don't do anything else. So I feel like, and it's working for me, and that's how my mental health has really improved. Looking back at my early 20s, I wasn't really keen on mental health. Mid 20s, that's when my mental health started taking a dive. In my late 20s, it was down the drain. In my early 30s, like I am right now, I've picked up, and my mental health is like semi where I want it to be, because I'm self-aware and I know when I'm triggered, when I need to rest, when I need to take myself out of a situation that will temper with my mental health, know people who are going to mess with my mental health, and stay away from them. So, like being outside right now, you can hear the noises. Like this is home. You will hear cows, you'll hear chicken, birds chirping. I wish you could hear the birds chirping, but I know I'm talking too much. So, yeah. So I feel like my mental health isn't being protected by one decision. I feel like it's the many habits, many choices, many works that I have done on myself to get myself where I am right now. So just work on your mental health. And I feel like mental health is very, very important. That's why I'm a very big advocate for mental health. Take care of yours. Right, guys? Take care of your mental health. So question 8, what's next for Charity Safe Haven? Guys, I have a lot of platforms, so can I just say for all of it? But anyways, for Charity Safe Haven, I will just continue exploring this theme. I will continue talking about nutrition mentorship, my nutrition career, my mental health, my digital skills, and just doing these lives to just catch up with you guys. On my other platforms, on my Facebook, Instagram, I've started new series because I think after winning the AfriGlow and knowing people are watching my content, I got this new zeal and energy to create and go back to my passion and not put everything on hold, because I don't want to regret. Yeah. But I also want to do more storytelling, because I feel like the stories, the episodes where I just have a sit down with you guys, are the episodes that are getting more views. So we'll continue trying to, nitakuwa narusha ka bonus episode of just me talking to you guys. And I feel like I want to continue growing this space, this platform, everything as Charity Safe Haven, me as a nutritionist, me as a nutrition mentor, me as a nutrition educator across all my other platforms. So yes, diabetic desk. This is just my baby. It's still growing. I'm very passionate about diabetes. That's why I started the diabetes desk. On LinkedIn, I share Fridays. I have articles up discussing various issues have to do with metabolic health, diabetes, and all that. On my other platforms, I'm also trying to continue creating content on insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance, drivers of metabolic health, hormonal health, and all that. So that's why you can see like I'm doing so much. Sometimes I am a co-founder at the Nutritionist Corner, where we have to make sure content is up for you guys, bringing you new fresh things so that you can continue coming to learn. I manage various pages. Wow. Now I know balancing is quite hard, but I'm getting the hang of it because I have put measures in place. To just help me know what's next for me, myself as a brand, and all those other things that I'm doing on the side. Yeah. So, question 9, what advice would you give someone who is behind in life? We are in June. June is over. Media is. We are going now to the second half of the year. I feel like one advice I'm always being constantly given is not to measure my life with someone else's timeline. Sometimes you can be on social media all the time because we can't help ourselves. But social media will always sometimes show us someone's milestone at a specific point in time, but they never really show us the process, like the bad, the negative, what happened for the person to get here. For me, I also posted for you guys me smiling with that trophy, but you guys didn't see behind the scenes until I told you the story of what was happening behind the scenes. The constant canvassing for votes, asking people, making yourself vulnerable enough for people to vote for you, explaining to people why they should vote for you and all that. So I feel like you shouldn't measure yourself in some. If you're just starting your digital content creation, then you're just starting your nutrition practice, you cannot compare yourself with someone who has been doing this for almost 6 7 years. they've been in the industry, in the field, in the market for a while. So just know someone else's timeline is not your timeline. And you don't know the full story of how someone got where they are. So focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and not compete with your yesterday. Be right here, right now, in the moment. And don't look at another book. No, you don't know how the author wrote the book. And for me, before I go to this point, it's really a tough mindset shift. Comparison is a killer of joy. It steals your joy. And for me, before I recognized that I was comparing myself, unajua utakataa utasema tu, mi naangalia tu, it doesn't bother me. But deep down, when you sit by yourself, it bothers you. Because when you feel like, oh, who tulitoka the same place with them, but they are ahead of you, but you're still stuck where you are, you feel bad. Even if you say it doesn't bother me, you sit still and be wondering, what have I done with my life so far? Life is just passing me by. You know, we are in our early 30s, late 20s. That is a quarter of your life gone. So most of the time we start experiencing quarter life crisis. So it's very, very important to focus on yourself and your journey, and know that when your time is right, God will make it happen. Just trust and believe. Have faith. Yeah. Question 10. What are you grateful for right now? For me, right now, in this space, even if the cows mooing, I'm very grateful and very happy that I am at peace. Sometimes I just sit outside and just under a tree, and I just look up and look at the leaves swaying, look at the birds chirping, or I look at how the animals are. Um, I take walks around this place because it's been a while since I came here to see the various, just alone and just with my own thoughts, and you just see that peace and quiet. Sometimes chatting with your family, just having good health. Some people are in the hospital battling one thing or another. Some people have died, and you started the same. They're the same age. You know them. So for me, I'm just like grateful for all those things, and I don't take anything for granted. Even your support, guys, I don't take it for granted. I appreciate you guys so much. For you who have continued supporting me, subscribing, sharing my content, interacting with the content, thank you so much. You've made the first year, the first quarter, or the first half of the year good for me, and it has motivated me to keep going. So sometimes you spend so much time wanting to know what's next, or like I won and then now I'm on to the next one. What else can I win without just sitting to appreciate that I won? It took me a while to get here, but I did. So just being present in the moment is something that I want you guys to take away this whole life. This life has been emotional because it's my truth. I will not show you guys most of the things that happen behind the scenes because, like I said, I'm not a vlogger. Vlogging is just not for me. Maybe creating those two short the day in my life videos, I will when I'm cooking and all. But doing a full on vlog, no. So I feel like as we end this live, I invite you guys to reflect. Like how's your life lately? Any questions you have, any contribution will be highly appreciated. And I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for always watching my videos, 1 or 2 or 5 views. I appreciate you guys commenting, sharing, interacting with my content, growing alongside me. This is not how we were when we started this YouTube channel, but we keep on going. Just remember, it's okay to pause and rest. It's okay to recharge. When you feel tired, take a break. Yeah. And as we step to the new month tomorrow, my birthday month, guys, yay, I want you to carry this lesson with me forward. Let go of what doesn't align with you. That's why it's so important to do your media checkup, media audit. Look at what aligns with your growth. Look at what aligns with the current you at this moment in time, and give yourself permission to grow if it's not working. Yeah, just remember that. So thank you so much for spending this little 25 minutes or 26 or wherever this live will end minutes for me as I rest in Bungoma County. Guys, Bungoma County is so pretty. As I was coming from Nairobi now, I saw so many new joints, new places, serene places. I think I'll do a vlog of one of them and just showcase to you guys how Bungoma is. Of course, I have to plug my home county. Yeah, so just remember to take care of yourself, and we'll see each other in the next video as I start the month of July, my birthday month, reflecting on something else. So as for now, it's bye from me, and thank you so much for joining me.